Good evening everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Office Saturday 24/7. So first of all, let me know how are you all, and also let me know is everything okay, audio, video both are okay, are we good to go? So as you know, every day, Monday to Saturday, we are having one particular session and a day for IFS subject in which we are discussing important questions, and not as an important question like these will be there in the paper, but yes, the important question in such a sense that the topics in a out of whole unit, like we have a 45 units. In every unit you have seen 10 to 15, minimum 10 to 15 new or subtopics are there, है ना? So out of those 15 subtopics, there are certain one or two topics that is very much important. So accordingly, we are making questions for you so that you will know what particular part of a particular unit is actually very important for you. So these sessions will help you to know what kind of questions can be asked. It will help you to know how to attempt the question, how to use the method to answer the question quickly and correctly, and also it will help you to revise the content. Okay, so if you are new to the channel and first time watching this particular session, then I would request to all of you, do make sure you check the playlist on the channel. In playlist, back to basic series, your Lakshya series, your victory series, your crash course series, all the series recording are available. So the basic, first of all, we have started performing or practicing the basic questions. Then we move to the advanced question, and we have started advanced questions practice from the victory series. So in victory series, we have completed module D, and then we move to the module C, that is crash course series, in the crash course series, and we have completed the crash course series. Now we have moved forward through module B of yours. So module C and D have been completed, and now we have moved to the module B, that is economic concepts related to the banking. And in this we are going to discuss today the business cycle chapter of your, that is unit number 16 in IFS of your subject. Okay, so before moving forward towards the question, what actually the business cycle is. So as we know, every business in the economy, in every economy, have a certain duration, have a certain cycle, in which in certain months they will be at the peak, in certain months they will be at their decline. So this wave like movement keep going in the businesses, this wave like movement keep going in the businesses, because these wave like movements are those movements which represents the situation, the different situations of a business. If you are starting from the zero level, it means you are expanding, your business is expanding, you are growing. If you reach to the maximum peak level, it means you are at the maximum level of your demand and supply of the customers. It means you have achieved all the economic factors at the maximum level, and from that peak level you have to decline. You do not have any other option, because you cannot go more. You cannot go more up, you have to be down, you have to decline your economy, you have to decline your business, and there we find the recession started. And after the recession, every business have to face the depression. It's very important, without a certain growth or expansion and without a depression, no particular business cycle will end. So it's very important that every business cycle will have one expansion and one contraction. Without one expansion and one contraction, business cycle will not end. And this is the nature of economy. Like every business which starts in the economy, it will reach to one point, that is the expansion point of the business, and then it will reach to the one point, that is the contraction level of the business. The time period to reach from expansion to contraction will vary from business to business, because obviously it depends on the market, how many target customers you have, what's your approaches in the business, everything, a lot of factors depends on that. So the business cycle have a different duration, but this is very much confirmed. One business cycle will definitely have one expansion and one contraction. Business cycle is also known as your trade cycle, or you can call it economic cycle as well, right? So let's move forward and discuss the questions. Acha, before that, this is your business cycle. This picture represents your business cycle. So this, when you are starting from the zero level, let's say, so this is your expansion phase. This is your what? This is your expansion phase. When you reach here, that's the maximum upper point or maximum peak point you have reached. It means here you have achieved all the economic factors at the maximum level. Now you start declining. that represents your recession, like your economy is starting contraction, and it will show you depression. Okay, and this sequence will keep going on. Like I've said, it is a wave-like movement in business when we talk about the business cycle. Okay, so these are the four phases of business cycle we have discussed. So the first question is here talking about that the supply exceeds the demand. Supply is more than demand. It means prices are declining. Okay, so stocks are piling up. People are not purchasing goods, stock are keep increasing, so obviously your production will decrease. If the production is decreasing, obviously you will fire the employees, so your unemployment will increase. The workers are retrenched, you can see here. The business cycle failure increases. The unemployment leads to fall in the income. It will leads to fall in expenditure, in the prices, in the trade activities. So these all features are of dash phase of business cycle. Is it depression? Is it deflation? Is it recession? Is it recovery? What phase of business cycle actually represent that there is a more supply than the demand, and the prices are declining because people are not purchasing goods and services, people are not demanding goods and services. You will start producing less goods and services and you will fire the employees. So unemployment increases. Okay, all these things happen in where? It cannot be happening in the recovery. Obviously, we know recovery cannot have this kind of situation. It can be depression, deflation, and recession. And actually, the right answer is your recession. Hana, it is your recession when your economy start seeing that the business's failure is increasing. It means economy is in the recession where the unemployment is declining. Sorry, unemployment is increasing in the economy. Hana, and people have been fired from the job. So right answer is C. This is the recession of the economy. Recession means you are facing crisis in the economy. Okay. Now, read the following statement carefully and choose the correct option. First is, business cycle are pervasive in their effect. Pervasive means very big in the effect. Their effects are very big. Second, the up and down movements are not symmetrical here. Hana, the up and down movements are not symmetrical here. The downward movement is more sudden and violent than the upward movement. So there are two options, the two statements you have. First is saying business cycles impact will be very pervasive. Second, the up and down movements are not symmetrical. That is true, but the downward movement is more sudden and violent than the upward movement. Is it true? And the answer is actually both the statements are true here. So the right answer for this particular question is your C option. Both the statements are true. Pervasive in their effect means very big in their effect. It's not like business cycle is in the recession, so you will see only one industry is facing recession. No, because of that one industry, the whole sector might face the recession. That's why we are saying it have a pervasive effect. It have a very big effect. Next. Again, there are two statements. First statement is saying business cycle refers to economy-wide fluctuation in consumption or economic activity over several months or years. Statement 2 is saying a business cycle is identified as a sequence of 4 phases: boom, recession, depression, and recovery. So you have to answer which of the following statement is here correct. The correct statement you have to find out. And I guess you can easily answer this question like which statement is correct here. The second statement is very true that business cycle is identified as a sequence of the 4 phases: boom, recession, depression, recovery. Boom also known as your peak. Okay, this is true. But what about first one? The first one is not true. Economy-wide fluctuation is consumption. No, it will be in production. The production is actually fluctuating in the economy over a time. So the first statement is what? It is the incorrect statement. Okay, so first is incorrect, second is correct. It means right answer is B. Clear? Right answer will be your B option. So it's a very small chapter, the business cycle, and very easy chapter. Small and easy chapter it is. And definitely one question or two questions can be seen from here. Now read the following statement carefully. Choose the incorrect one now. in relation to business cycle. First is saying the term business cycle or economic cycle refer to the economy-wide fluctuations in the production or economic activity over the several months or years. Second is saying these fluctuation occurs around a long-term growth trend and typically involves shift over time between periods of relatively rapid economic growth and periods of relatively stagnation or decline. Third, business cycle simply means that the whole course of business activity passes through the phases of prosperity and boom. Fourth is saying a business cycle is a regular, predictable or repetitive phenomenon like a swing of the pendulum of a clock. So you have to answer here the incorrect one. A, B, C or D. Which statement is here incorrect about your business cycle? So first is saying, first is very much true. The term business cycle, economic cycle refer to the economy-wide fluctuation in the production and or economic activity over a several months of or years. This is true. The first one is true. The second is saying the fluctuation occur around a long-term growth trend and typically involves shift over the time between period of relatively rapid economic growth and period of relative stagnation. This is also true. I have told you now, one expansion and one contraction is mandatory to complete a business cycle. That's what the second option is saying. Third is saying that the business cycle simply means that the whole course of business activity passes through the phases of prosperity or boom. No. If one is prosperity, the another one should be decline. No? It should be contraction. So I guess right answer is your C. C is the incorrect statement here. Hana, if one phase is your prosperity, the another phase have to be your declining. So right answer is C. Okay, next question we have, which among the following statements are not correct in relation to the concept of boom? Boom is also known as a peak period where all the maximum economic indicators have been achieved. Okay, first is saying during the boom phase, production capacity is fully utilized and also products fetch an above normal price, which gives a higher profit here. Second is saying here that this attracts more and more investments. Third is saying to manufacture a greater number of products, entrepreneur purchase new machine and also employ work at higher wage rate. Fourth is saying all are correct. Okay, you have to answer which of the following is not correct in relation to the concept of boom. And the right answer is actually all are correct. All are related to the boom period of your. None of them is incorrect. So the right answer is D, all are correct. So if production capacity is fully utilized, products fetch an above normal price, which gives higher profit. It attracts more and more investment, manufacture a greater number of products, entrepreneur purchase new machines and also employees work at higher rate. All are correct. Okay, right answer is D. Next. Next, we have a wave prosperity or depression in one industry. In the case of business cycle, will generate a wave in other industries soon. Which of the following feature of business cycle it represents? So I have told you now, if one economy, if one particular industry is facing your recession, the whole industry have to face the recession because its impact is very pervasive. Its impact is very big. That's why. So is it a business cycle? Is a wave-like movement? Is a business cycle is synchronic? Cyclical fluctuations are recurring in nature or any of these? Which of the following is correct? A, B, C or D? And actually the right answer will be your a business cycle is synchronic. The business cycle is synchronic. If one industry is facing depression, the other will also face same. If one is facing prosperity, the other will also face the same. So right answer is your B. A business cycle is what? Synchronic. Okay, it's sync with the other. The business cycle are also known as vicious cycle, depression cycle, boom cycle, economic cycle. What are the other name of the business cycle? So it is also known as trade cycle. Or you can call it an economic cycle. Trade cycle or economic cycle, both are the other names of your business cycle. Okay, next. Which phase of business cycle is called a crisis phase? Out of recovery, boom, recession, depression, which is crisis phase. So it's very obvious. Recovery and boom you can easily eliminate because these are not the period where you find the crisis in the economy. Out of recession and depression, which particular phase is actually your crisis phase? Depression or recession? Okay, so right answer is actually recession. Depression is a kind of situation your economy have left the zero level. It is at the very negative level and all the economic indicators have been reached to the lowest. That's the depression after the crisis situation. But the crisis starts from the phase of recession. So right answer will be your C. Okay. Now, underemployment of both men and material is characteristics of which phase of the business cycle? Underemployment we have discussed in the unit 1 discussion as well. Underemployment means you are being used, you are being, you got a job of a level which is actually below your level. Like for example, you have to settle for a job which is not justifiable as per your skills, as per your qualification. So with a greater qualification, you have to settle down for a lowest job. That's an underemployment situation we can say. Like you have more capability of performing, but you have to settle for the less. That is your underemployment. So the underemployment of men and material both are happening. This happens in where? Depression, boom, recovery or recession? It happens in depression. Depression is a phase which is, I told you, like economy have reached to the lowest level. That's the depression we are talking about. And when the economy is trying to recover from the depression phase, there will be very less jobs available, there will be very less opportunities are available, and people were facing recession. First people faced a deflation, then recession, then depression. So they are very confused about it, like in future if we leave that particular job, which is in case of underemployed, but still what if we are not going to get the another job? Like after COVID it happened, people have lost their job in COVID, they were not get paid your salary in the private sector. So when they started their job, when the lockdown have been removed and they started their job, they have settled for the less salary because they were being unemployed for the last 2 years and they do not know what will be the next opportunity available. So whatever first or second opportunity they got, they have started doing the job. So this is because you are getting out of the recession or depression. In that situation, the less opportunities will be available in the market and you settle for the less. That's what the underemployment. For the men and material, the depression is the phase where the underemployment have been seen. So right answer is your A. Now pick odd man out. Out of these 4, which particular term you think is a odd one out, not matching the other 3? So boom, depression, recovery, they all are what? They all are the 4 phase out of 4 phases of your business cycle. Slowdown is not a phase. So right answer will be your slowdown. It's the odd one out. Right answer is what? It is C. Okay, so this is all we have discussed today. Now let me know how many answers you have given correct here. And apart from that, I would love to inform you that the double validity in 80% is going on Mahapack, and on the other batches you will find 80% discount is going on. To enroll in any of the batches, do download the Adda 24/7 application. After downloading the application, you will get here, you have to select the exam category here. So let's say this is your home page of application. Exam category you have to select is JAIIB, CIB. Okay, in which all the batches will be available for you, which will be helpful for your preparation. You can see JAIIB May 2024, all the live batches, all the test series, all the video courses, all the ebooks, all the hard copy books that will be delivered to your doorstep is available. When you check all these, click on the particular batch you want to enroll. The new crash course is starting from 15th of April, as well as the IFM numerical batch is starting from 15th of April. You do not have to go and enroll in individual batches, just enroll in the Mahapack. All the live classes, all the test series, all the ebooks, all the video courses, plus all the mini and Maha marathons of your batch subjects will be available in the Mahapack. In a single pack, you will get everything available. Then click on the buy now option and enter a code here that will be Y496 and apply. Once you apply here, you will find 79% discount, but 1% additional discount will be available if you purchase the patch from the application. So 80% discount is there, 1 year validity is there. By using the code Y496, you will get around 5,900 something to enroll in the Mahapack. And that's the bestest price right now with the facilities available. And apart from that, if you regular want to join the YT sessions, then do subscribe the channel Office of 24/7 and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. Okay, and that's all for today. We'll be ending the session here. Do make sure you revise all the content, attempt all the sessions, all the videos of your Victory series and Crash Course series. Do watch them in the playlist section of Office of 24/7 channel. Okay, so this is all